see if we can take the full 10 cards. Crabby Gear makes Crabby Wallet. This is the Crabby Wallet, slim wallet. Comes in this retail packaging here. There is an elastic component here, so we'll take this off, at which point this should pop right out. Nice information on this. We'll set that aside and we'll take a look at this particular wallet. Interesting. All kinds of various colors, with all having a two-tone color combination. I like this one in particular, so that's why I got it. If we look here, we can see they have their Crabby logo on the outside. Not very obtrusive at all, and honestly, has an incredible following of people who really like this one. Launched on Kickstarter over 10 years ago, Crabby has kept going with very loyal fans due to the simplicity of design and ease of use. But have things changed? First thing, external key string, this little string right here, as well as it has an attachment point, this little loop. So good for keys, fobs, small EDC items, etc. And it has 3 internal slots. So if we move this elastic down, we have 1, 2 in the exterior, and we have a 3rd one right here. Ooh, what do we have? Hey, if anybody wants a Crabby sticker, I don't know, you maybe tell people you got crabs. Anyway, between these 3 right here, capacity of up to 10 cards, folded cash in thirds, will also fit in here without a problem. And we have this security flap. This isn't just elastic, it holds tight all the contents, and if we flip this over, we can see that it has this silicone piece, little grip that goes all the way around, and that helps keep this in place as you're using this on the wallet itself. It measures 4 by 2 by 0.1, quite thin, and weighs 13 grams or 0.5 ounces. Crabby wallets also come in leather and elastic if the canvas that you're seeing today is a little too casual for your taste. 6 cards, 3 slips of cash. Company recommends up to 10 cards. And you know what, let's see if we can take the full 10 cards. Let's just try that really quick. Let's put 2 more in the front. And let's put 2 more here in the back. And see if it can just do it right off the bat. Since this is canvas, it is not going to stretch. And guess what? It does it just fine and looks good. I did take the cash out, but it does handle it in the 3 separate locations. Not bad. This is designed in the United States. My home state actually, and it's made in China. The elastic looks good, and the silicone grip, which I showed you, is a nice touch. The sewing is reinforced in all the right places. You can see that really nicely right up in here as it goes over on both sides, and comes all the way over and around the edge. So you can see that up here. That is really helpful because that's where all the stress points are going to be. Now if we look at the material itself and how it's maintained, and boy, I just put a whole lot of cards in here. Let's see if we can get them out in a reasonable amount of time. I think the magic of editing can do that for us. Folded edges. We can see that we have this material on the inside and these edges fold over and are sewn. That makes this canvas easier to work with, and it provides some variety in here. But I'm concerned that the liner, which drops below the top layer of this canvas, will wear out quickly compared to the canvas going all the way to the bottom, which this appears to have been done for a thinness factor of just adding in that material versus maintaining canvas all the way around. And so I really don't see the durability of this internal fabric being there, but I could be wrong. Now, the pricing on this I think is pretty reasonable. I mean, it's very simple. It's $15. And I've seen people complaining that this went up 2.5 times from 3 years ago when they first bought their one. Well, go cry me a river and refer to the economy when you're terribly surprised at cost increases that go on, because that's just what we're experiencing, even in something as, I don't want to say simple, but everything has a cost associated with it. Now, simple enough to use. You do need to remove the band for pretty much all items. You do have some in here where if there is a card, and you can actually just put that in like this, you can actually grab it and begin to finagle it out like that. But if you're going for anything on the interior, you really do need to remove the strap to get there. I like that the length of this elastic has been well thought out and obviously tested very heavily. It's just the right length. It's obviously a little loose right here because it has an expectation you're going to have cards in it. So this isn't a defect that, oh my gosh, my cards are going to fall out. Once you have cards, they do tend to go up just a little bit, and so this does lock them in place properly without being so tight that you have to struggle to get it off. And to reinforce again, keep in mind that you will be dealing with this strap every time you want to access a card generally, if you don't pull them out the way I taught you. And if you're okay with that, then good. But many have jumped in and they blame the wallet that it caused them more work and they needed to then put in more time on it. Well, that's something you can easily look at and understand what you're getting into there. Now, when carrying keys which are attached to this can be tucked underneath this elastic. They'll go through here. So that's a nice way to keep everything nice and neat and together. And it, I think is a nice add. And overall, this canvas and elastic version, I think they're great if you're active and for any environment, including water. Worth the carry? If you had this wallet, comment below and let us know how it performed. Now on to the final score. For quality of 3, price of 3, features of 3, usability 3, and perception of 3. And that gives us a fine score of 3 out of 5. If you like this video, then watch this one next, and we'll see you in the next review. Auf Wiedersehen.